Welcome to my channel. I'm Gwendolyn Hale, a seasoned medical microbiologist, and I'm popularly known as the medical professional with the difference because I bring you knowledge like no other to the comfort of your living room. If you're a returning subscriber, this is me saying thank you. And if you just stumbled on this channel, I want to say you're welcome. I love you too. Today I'm going to be taking you through a very interesting topic about itchy anus, itchy buttholes. Let's roll in. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be teaching you 12 causes of itchy anus and how to treat it. Many people around the world are struggling with itchy anus. And the truth is, you don't know how to prevent it, how to treat it, or what even causes it. So I'm here for you. The first on our list is skin disease. And this could be a fungi or a bacteria, or even a virus if it's a wart. And we're talking about fungi where you can have eczema. Eczema is a very common skin disease, and a lot of people have it around that area, and it will cause itches. Now, these skin diseases could be due to poor hygiene, could be due to infections, it could be due to the use of expired detergents and a lot more. So that's how these skin diseases could be caused. The second is worm infection. You know, some worms lay around the opening of the anus, and that will cause itches around that area. So it's very important to clean yourself properly, wash properly, so to avoid these eggs that have been laid by these worms. I'm talking about intestinal worms that have found themselves to your rectum and out of your anus. This is very important. The third is wounds that are healing. If you had a wound around your anus area, when it is healing, it's going to be itching. These wounds around the anus could be caused by defecating, like when you're passing out feces and it's so strong and hard, it may actually tear the opening of your anus. Also, when you're shaving around that area, when you're shaving your butt hairs, you may actually wound yourself. Remember, the skin around that area is not totally smooth. It's something like this. It has little tiny holes, or little tiny ridges, like small ridges. So it's not totally smooth around that area. So this is very important. And also, those who are having anal sex. If you're having anal sex or you're putting any weird stuff through your anal passage, you may actually tear your opening and actually get a wound or get a cut around that area. Bear in mind that the anal area wasn't meant for sexual intercourse. And why am I saying this? Because the muscles of that area were not meant to stretch. Unlike the muscles of a woman's vagina, it can really stretch until you can see a full baby come out of it. A full 3.5 to 5 kilos comes out of a woman. But the anal passage doesn't have, or the anal muscles don't have enough elastin. It's not stretchy at all. Because when God created that area, He didn't create it for sex. He created it for passage of poop. So that area cannot stretch past a certain level. And when it is forced to stretch constantly at a particular extent, it loses its elasticity. And that is why some people who go into anal sex, they can't control poop. The muscles around that area, they can't hold poop. They end up passing out feces on themselves. So please do keep that in mind. The next point is accumulated stool at the anus. There are many who don't clean themselves properly. Like, they don't clean and they don't wash themselves properly. And every time they go to stool, they have feces that accumulate around that area. Feces that accumulate around that area. I've done a video on how to clean your butt hair, your butt area. Please do wash it. It will help you. It will give you a lot of guidance on how to keep that area clean. When stool has accumulated there for a period of time, you begin to have itches and it may lead to infections and a lot more. Also, the next point is for women who are on their menses. Now, when a woman is on her menses and menstrual blood actually, slides and gets itself to the anal opening, what happens is if that area is not washed properly, it will begin to itch. The blood will dry out around that area. Menstrual blood will dry out around that area and it will begin to itch. Now, before I continue, I would like to say, if you're having anal sex and you rupture the walls of the anus, the person can actually start bleeding. And when bleeding starts, the person and you are exposed to a lot of STIs, sexually transmitted diseases, and also microbial infections. The next point that could cause itching around the anus or your anus itchy is pile or hemorrhoids. I've done a video on pile or hemorrhoids and it's very insightful. So please do look at it and keep yourself informed. Pile is when your inner anus actually comes out. And it manifests in people in different ways. There are people who actually pass out blood. When they have pile. The next is if you don't clean properly after going to the toilet. If you don't clean properly after going to the toilet, you're going to have your anus itching. If you leave feces around the opening of your anus, it's going to start itching. The next point is if you scrub your anus area too hard, if you use harsh soaps, that could also cause irritation around that area, and then it starts to itch. Kindly watch the video that I did on how to clean your bum area, your butt hairs, to shave that area. I'll put the video in the description box so a lot can stay empowered. The next that could cause itchy butt is if you have a sexually transmitted disease, and I'm talking about anal chlamydia, anal gonorrhea, anal herpes, anal warts. That could cause itches around the anus area. The next point is detergents. The detergents you use to wash your underwear. The detergents you use to wash your underwear could be so harsh that they actually irritate the opening of your anus and it begins to itch. And the last point on the causes of itchy anus is moist and wet underwear. And also, if you don't dry up your anus area after bathing. Now, many people, when they finish bathing, they don't dry up that area after washing it clean, as I described in the video in the description box. Now, when you clean that area and you dry it up, it actually prevents microbial growth. because a moist, wet and humid area actually promotes microbial growth, and then you start having itches. And also, don't wear wet underwear, because if you wear wet underwear, that area will begin to itch as well. So let's go to the next section. How can you fix this? How can you treat itchy anus? Point number one, do your best not to scratch, because once you scratch, you are most likely to create micro openings, and that could lead to infections, especially because feces comes out from that area. The next is wash yourself after pooping. Please do watch the video in the description box and you will know how to clean yourself after pooping. I explained in details and you will understand the importance after you watch the video. You will be so blessed and empowered. You have to wash yourself each time you poop. Very important. If you're not able to wash yourself because maybe you are not at home, maybe you are at the office or you're out visiting, it's very important to wet the toilet paper, put some water on the toilet paper and clean yourself. The third point is eat more fiber and drink lots of water. When you eat a lot of fiber and drink a lot of water, it will prevent you from having hard stool that when coming out through the opening, your anal opening, could tear you, could cause openings, could tear you. So this is very important. Also, you can buy topical creams, topical antifungal and antibacterial cream from your pharmacy and apply to that area if you notice that it's itching constantly and you are aware that you have not been cleaning your butt area properly. This will actually help with the soothing. This will actually help to treat any form of eczema, any form of bacterial infection that could be around that area, especially if the itching is consistent. The last point is during the time when you're healing or when you're doing your treatment, avoid alcohol, coffee, fizzy drink, spicy foods, because it may irritate your inner opening even more. So thank you very much for joining me into this class. I remain your seasoned medical professional, Gwendolyn Halle. Till next time, bye-bye.